today. And to everyone that came out. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Thank you so much, everyone.
What a way to do it, mate. What a way to win your 7th world title.
Right, I'm back. Apologies if there is anybody out there now listening that was before. My internet turned red and went off, which is no real shock because the weather outside is absolutely fucking shocking tonight. So, what has happened since we've been gone? Well, Avi's been in. So, Avi pitted from the lead. He retained the lead and is now on nice fresh mediums. It's just going to take him away from the next two. Laguna and James sat in P2 and P3. Admiral has caught Whale and got past him, so Admiral's up to P4. There's a yellow flag out, which is down, I think it's Tolu. It is Tolu, who is not having the recovery drive after his Q1 exit that anybody would have expected. Still sat in P16. So, yeah, so Admiral has got caught and got past Whale. I don't know if Whale's had an incident anywhere. The other one is Falcao was caught and got past Ozers. Probably more worryingly for Ozers is that Ryanair is catching as well, or has been. But the big battle on track remains Gunnar and James, although there was an opportunity there to see Gregory and Watson as Gregory got past Watson into the final corner. Doesn't look like Watson's got to run back to turn 1, so at the moment, as I say, the big battle is between Gunnar and James. The Drivers' Championship, first and second. In this order as well. Gunnar leads James by 13 points at the moment. So an opportunity, maybe, for James to close that. You just wonder if James might simply hold behind Gunnar with zero intention of overtaking him until the final lap. We'll see. As Tolu is back into the pits and is, well, I was going to say in real danger of getting lapped here, but actually he's basically got the whole of the pit straight from the final corner. I think that's Tolu's just going to a fresh set, and he's probably going to go and stick the fastest lap on the board between here and the end of the race. Said about James potentially just holding behind Gunnar, but he hasn't. He's taken him. At this stage, probably better to be the driver in front as Whale and Admiral go side by side through the slower section. There was a little bit of contact between them. Not much to write home about in all fairness, but they also now have Falcao all over the back of them. Ozer's just behind him as well as Admiral and Whale are back side by side. Admiral locks up under braking for the left-hander. Oh, there's a spin! Falcao's ended up round. Oh, goodness me. I was just about to say, those cars that are coming out, that was all looking a bit awkward. Remember, we don't use ghosting, so Falcao was very much solidified on that straight there, and that was all looking a bit awkward for those two that were coming onto the main straight. But they did all avoid each other. In the end, Admiral's ended up in the lead of this group with Ozer's the car behind him now and Whale behind that. And that in the background is Ryanair catching all of them. Somehow, once again for Ferrari, they have gone into the race after qualifying looking like they are on with a right opportunity to gain a horde of points on RB, only for it to get completely flipped on its head during the race. And I have to say that is because of an absolutely monumental drive from Ryanair. It's an odd scenario here, and I mean no offence to anyone, but if this was Tolu doing this drive and he was currently occupying 7th, I'd be saying it's a bit disappointing. The fact he's down in 17th is even more disappointing, obviously, but I'd be saying it's a bit of a disappointing one because you'd expect a driver of Tolu's pace to come flying through the field and more than what Ryan's done. Ryan is a very quick driver, but he's not of that sort of elite pace of Tolu and that. And clearly that Avi is as well. As Avi now sets fastest lap of the race in quick response to Tolu's lap. So to come from last on the grid to P7 for Ryan is an absolute massive drive. Usually, you know, one thing I don't do, when you get drivers that choose to start at the back of the grid because they think they're Mr. I am, and they can still win from the back of the grid, so they choose to start there deliberately and then have a great drive. I never ever give them driver of the day, but it's a bit. This is different. Ryan ended up at the back because of a disqualification for blocking the pit exit, when all he was actually doing was just driving out of it slowly in order to allow two cars that were coming around onto hot laps to go through before he exited. And the game disqualified him. So for me, he's absolutely in the running for driver of the day here, and he's absolutely right in the running because it's hard to spot any other drives on the same level as his at the moment. While I've been nattering away about it, Gunnar finds himself pulling away from James. I just wonder, is this little tyre wear issues for James that we're seeing? And it might not be at all. He might have made a little mistake from somewhere from all I know. But as Watson makes the move on Gregory once again, those two have had a fun race together. Falcao trying to do what he can to recover this through. Barry closing in on Robin here in the closing stages for P11. That's one to keep an eye on. They've got Chris bearing down on them as well on the 6 lap on mediums. Chris obviously started on the hards. Saw him fighting with the likes of Gunnar and James earlier in the race, as those two exited the pits and found themselves right on top of Chris. Looks like Robin's actually just slightly pulling away from Barry at the moment. So if anything, it looks like Barry's slipping back into the clutches of Chris rather than putting the pressure on Robin. As Tolu now sets fastest lap of the race once again. Wonder if Avi will respond. Here comes Avi for the line. So no, not this lap. He was actually way off. So I wonder if he might, because he's got a full battery. So looked like he had a little slide there coming out of turn 1. But he switched the overtake on really, really early before coming out of turn 2. So I think he's going for a quali lap here. Let's just see this from Abbey. Unless any other fights really rear their head. Now, in all fairness, I'm not going to sit there and watch that. Let's go to this because these are what we want to see, the battles. And Ryan has now managed to split the two Ferraris. Might get a slightly better view if I just go on Ozers rather than Admiral. These two Admiral once again locks up into that left-hander. It's not the first time he's done that tonight. Oh, look at Ryan as well. Ozers goes through. Ryan goes past Admiral. Oh! Turn Admiral. I didn't think he was going to get that stop for a moment there. Oh, is that little chance for a whale maybe? Doesn't have the battery, unfortunately, for him. So it's looking like the podium positions have sorted themselves out. It looks like that's going to Abbey, Gunnar and James. Following positions after that. I'd certainly being battled. Usually I would just sit and watch the winner across the line from here, but this last straight is going to be massive. Ozers leads the way. He does look like he's got a pretty healthy gap to Ryan. All of these drivers will have DRS except for Ozers. But it looks to me like Ozers has got enough of a gap, and indeed he has, as Avi wins in Vegas. Gunnar with a massive P2 over James, who takes the final podium spot, but Ozers a superb drive to take P4. Ryanair an absolute monumental drive to take P5. And my driver of the day, without a shadow of a doubt, Admiral in 6th, Wales 7th, Gregory in 8th, Watson in 9th, Falcao rounds out the top 10. Very valiant effort from Chris in the end, finishing P11. Robin does really well tonight. Nice P12 for Robin. Barry taking P13, Beastie in 14. Beastie be slightly disappointed without having qualified top 10. I'm not sure though if, because there was all that sort of kerfuffle that happened at the start, so he might have been caught up in that. Kev P15, D-Kit in 16 in the end. Tolu DNF'd, I don't know why that happened. And Karma in 18th. Unless Tolu just left the lobby before everybody else finished, that does do that. That is it then, guys. That was Vegas. I really apologise for the disconnect. Well, I really apologise for the disconnect. There's nothing I could do. My internet just switched off, so really absolutely nothing I could do about it. But it is what it is. If anybody's commenting on the stream, by the way, I can't actually see it at the moment. I haven't brought it back up, so I do apologise. I'm not ignoring you. If anybody's commenting, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see it. There we have it. Just scroll through. Fastest lap in the end was Karma reduced 133.188. So Tolu and Abby swapping those fastest laps earlier on, but Karma swoops in and nicks it off both of them. Love it. And that's it. So 13 of the top 14 pen free. That's actually almost the whole field pen free tonight. It was only Barry, 3-second penalty. There was some drive-throughs during the race as well. But yeah, other than that, really good guys. I'll scroll through the instance. I can only hope that they're all there, or whether it's from when I joined or not, I don't know. Seems to be all of it. But that's about it then, guys. So that was Vegas. Congratulations to Avi on the win. Gooder P2, James in 3, and my driver of the day tonight, without even the slightest shadow of a doubt, was Ryanair, recovering from a disqualification in Q1, making him start P20 through to P5. What a result for Ryan tonight. Absolutely superb drive, mate. So congratulations on that. Other than that, guys, that is it for tonight. Don't forget, Thursday you'll have Delano, so please join his stream. Brilliant comms, and followed up on Sunday from Brian as well. Also great comms from him, so please come and join those races. You may even get to see me racing both nights again this week, if that's something that interests you. It depends if I get a reserve seat on Thursday. I don't believe I've got to go out this Thursday again, so I will be putting my name down. Other than that, guys, good night, God bless. I will see you again soon.